Hello, Saggy. Welcome. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, Sagittarius. We're going to take a look at what will bring you success right now. Um, Welcome, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you have not, Sagittarius, it's always a pleasure to read for you, my fellow Saggies. Let's take a look. If you are finding yourself subscribing, maybe this is your first time on the page and you're liking the energy, hit the bell so you'll be notified in case we go live in the future, okay? Sagittarius, I hope the day is treating you kindly. Let's take a look at what you need to be successful in this moment. For Sagittarius, what is needed in this moment to be victorious or successful in where you are moving to, okay? Lots of cards came out for you, Saggy. So we have the Two of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. So there may actually be someone in particular that can assist you in being successful. There may be someone that is encouraging to you as you move forward. The Two of Cups actually gives alignment. It gives being aligned energetically, vision-wise, heart-wise, right? This is what's needed right now to align with this King of Cups energy. Now, the King of Cups is an energy that is very mature. It's very mature emotionally. Someone who is very confident in what they bring to the table, very confident in, how they relate and connect when it comes to what it is that they offer. It's someone who knows what they're doing, someone who is possibly very versed in what they do. I also have the Justice, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So there's something in the energy right now, too, that says that there is a need to make sure that you are approaching situations and dealing in a high integrous energy with the Justice here. And anything that doesn't represent that energy, Sagittarius, the Six of Swords would say move away from it. Move away from it. Even if you have found yourself in situations or stuck with a different kind of energy, move away from it into something different. The Ace of Swords is a revelation of truth, a revelation of a higher understanding many times, right? There's something about having things turn out in your favor, even when they did not necessarily start that way. This is you not feeling like you have to take things into your own hands to rectify it. And so there's a high level of energy that will need to be operated in, right, in order for you to be successful right now. And it has everything to do with who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're connected with, how you move forward, and your desire as you move forward. And so that's the energy I'm getting. Let's see. For Sagittarius, what is the desire for Sagittarius? So I have the Magician and the Nine of Wands. I have the Princess of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So there's something about you creating an environment, a situation that will be supportive, right? One that won't leave you feeling like you've been shortchanged, right? There's something about that here. And Spirit is definitely letting you know, being that the Magician comes out here, this is like having a self-fulfilled prophecy. Like this stands, there's something about you knowing how to do this, right? That comes out here, Sagittarius, you holding the power to bring this about. And it has everything to do with you understanding your worth and you choosing, right? How you will utilize what you have. There's something about the Nine of Wands that it brings you almost to an end of doing things a certain way, right? There's an end coming to that. And this may have something to do with how you actually assert and utilize your power or what it is that you have. It feels like the energy of no longer feeling like you're waiting for something or waiting for someone to come along and, give a signal or a sign. There's no more waiting. It's understanding that you are the one holding the power. And there's this desire for you to actually step into that energy to become the magician. That's the desire. For a lot of you, I feel like this is you not feeling like you have to be dependent upon anybody. Right? There's a need to really take upon the responsibility to materialize and to create situations for yourself. There's something here about possibly having continuous experiences that don't exactly land you where you want. And so there's something about you realizing there's no need to wait. Like this is something that you could have done the whole time. Now, there is a bit of discovery here. I feel like there is a discovery of you tapping into that desire, of you allowing yourself to be connected to that without holding back. You hold your cup in your hand, and you hold the power to create what that cup will be. And I feel like there has been some frustration around that for some reason with the Nine of Swords. However, that frustration, I'm not sure if that was just, I don't know. Let's take a look here. This could definitely represent an ending to what has been frustrating, an ending to what you have been waiting for. The empowerment is the Magician and the Princess of Cups. And you stepping into that energy, no longer waiting, no longer stressing, just being ready to move in it. Okay. See if we can get some more information for you, Sag. Yeah, I think things are really changing right now. It's almost like you have just stepped into a new space, a new energy. And what you were utilizing in some other fashion, believing that this was the way to get this done, like there's something that has changed about that. It's almost like there might have been a belief of having to fill others' cups to have yours filled, when Spirit is saying, no, you just fill yours and let others fill yours. There's some change around that. And this change actually is bringing you into stability. And that is, for some of you, that is the desire, is switching the dynamic of how things have been, right, into your favor, in your direction. And so there's some type of fulfillment that you receive here in having things turned around in your favor. And it was at the moment that you decided that's what it was going to be. It has always been your decision, Sagittarius. And it's not so much of needing to do something new or start over. This is utilizing the situation that you have right here, right now, just seeing it more clearly. The fact that you hold the power. You hold the power to lead yourself through this situation victoriously. There's some clarity that you desired here. Yeah. And you're no longer confused about it. What needs to happen, or what you need to do, or what you need to move away from. There's some clarity coming in here. So you've desired stability, Sagittarius, freedom. I'm hearing liberation. There's something about not feeling like you have to be led, or you have to depend on others for something. I feel like there's something about you coming to a space of understanding your own autonomy, your own sovereignty, understanding that you have the key to unlock spaces that you want to experience. So this is, I feel like for many of you Saggies, an independent journey. But I feel like as you endeavor and you embrace and you step into this independent energy, that others will come alongside of you that align with you. That's how you end up in partnerships. That's how you end up in collaborative efforts, is by you standing in your truth of what needs to be done, of what your desire is. And then spirit aligns you with people that align in that same energy. Because this is not, it's not codependency. It's not codependency. There's something here about possibly being liberated from that energy. And that could be you feeling like you need to stand next to someone else, or someone else wanting to connect and attach themselves to you. But that's not what this is. And so if that's the energy that you are dealing with, you're wanting to move away from that and stand in independent energy. I feel like there's definitely something that you've been privileged and allowed to do. Part of this is going to be you by yourself, Sagittarius. Part of this too is you being able to reciprocate, right? And to stay balanced with what is flowing from you and what is coming back in. I get that strongly with the Four of Cups. The Six of Pentacles is finding out how you can bring back in what you're pouring. So how you can create this stable inner outer flow. That could be money, right? That could be energy. That could be time. It could be doing certain things, right? And wanting an inflow of receiving back, right? However you're giving, Saggy, there's something about desiring to balance that by receiving at the same time, in the same way, so that you don't end up bankrupt. Okay. Let's see, what are the challenges that might show up for Saggy here? What are the challenges that might show up for Saggy here? Sagittarius. Wow. Saggy. There is a strong energy of needing to separate from energies that have this very, and I feel that strongly in your desire. Like you're just like, I just want to stand here peacefully and do what I want to do what I need to do what I feel like, I'm called to do, right? Without someone else trying to come in and navigate and usurp the authority for their own purposes, right? So I have survival that comes out in your challenges. I have luck. I have dominance. and I have resistance. I feel like there's this energy, like every time you turn around, there's someone that wants to come in and try to usurp your power and try to actually redirect and hack the mission. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, because you stand in this very abundant, very lucky energy. And you may, in fact, look like this bright, shining essence of a light, right? That's what it may look like in the spirit. And so it looks very attractive and very lucrative, and it may draw in, wrong intentions. And so that's the challenge, is to maintain your position, to maintain your sovereignty, your autonomy over this, because it feels like that's what this is you needing to really just stand in your power and not wait for anyone else. That's where the trouble comes in. When you start waiting for someone else to come in and do what you obviously can do with the magician, right? You're the magician, Saggy. What you obviously can do, you're not waiting on anybody. You're waiting on yourself to just do it, to be it, to know it, to operate in it, to embrace it. And so there's something here about you needing to assert yourself. And this may even be a time where you may benefit from just walking alone. Just walking alone. And until you are comfortable walking alone, and until you're to the point where you don't even desire partnership, you don't even desire collaboration, you don't even desire operating with nobody else, until someone that's so appointed and directed that it's just undeniable, right? That they have been sent. It's like, ding, it's like there's no denying it, right? But for right now, there's something about you being able to really hold your own space and hold your own direction, your own power, and just hold that space. I feel like there are going to be things that come along and challenge that notion and challenge their call to stand in this energy. But the whole idea behind this, I think everything that comes in and challenges just makes you stronger and more equipped to operate even at a more powerful, higher level. So don't allow yourself to be shook up, and don't take it personal. It's not. It's not. And there's nothing that you've done there's just, these different challenges that are going to come to you because of the energy that you carry, Saggy. There's nothing that you can really do about that, but hold your ground. Okay. Yeah. Imagine yourself, going to weight training, and then all of a sudden, someone piles on some extra weight, right? And it's like, oh, what happened? It feels more resistant with more weight. It's because more weight has been piled on. But when you do that long enough, the results becomes, okay, it was heavy in the beginning, but now we got this. I got this. I could do it now, right? There's some things that you're going to go through that feel heavy, like when they first come in, and they're going to stay there. I feel like this is going to be if it hasn't already been, a repeated thing, but there's something about having to go through this resistance that's just making you stronger, more resilient, and wiser, more equipped, like to the point where you navigate these things with your eyes closed and you're not disturbed by them, right? I almost get this sense of someone being able to see, the fox at night trying to sneak in and get the hens out of the hen house, right? And it's not going to happen because you have traps set up around the hen house, but you can just plainly see it. And because you know that the hen house is protected, there's no need to get upset about it or go run and try to shoo off the fox. You just watch it because you're learning something from the fox. Instead of trying to shoo the fox away, you're watching the fox, how the fox strategizes, which way the fox will try to get in, right? Around what time the fox comes around, right? There's just certain subtle things that you're just standing back and you're watching and you're peeping game. Things that's going to make you wiser as you move forward, Saggy. And so this is all about you learning. There's a part of this where you're able to observe. It's not for you to panic or get upset about, but just watch and observe, Saggy, and see what you can learn from these situations of resistance, aside from just getting stronger. Okay. Let's see what advice Spirit gives here. Now that we know what the challenges are going to be, what advice does Spirit have for you? First is koala. Spirit has a plan, and it's a number 8. I don't know much about the koalas. I just know that they're Australian animals and they live in trees. So I can imagine them being very grounded, and I know they move very slowly, right? It's like, don't be in a rush. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't worry. Just keep moving slowly. Just know that Spirit has a plan. Don't worry about anything. Just live from day to day. As long as you have your trees are full of leaves for you to munch on, right? You're good. Keep moving, trusting Spirit's plan, okay? That's what Spirit is saying here. Just keep moving forward. No matter what comes, no matter who goes, keep moving, okay? Then we have the mouse spirit. So Spirit wants you to make sure that you are attending to your business, Sagittarius. I get the sense like Spirit is saying not to overlook small things. I get the sense like someone could be a procrastinator and save things that they figure are less important last. But Spirit is saying stop procrastinating and handle things when you have time to handle them. Don't wait to the last minute or categorize things less important as something that you can put off. Spirit is saying tend to them right now. Tend to the small things, because when you get in the habit of doing that, and this is something that Spirit is whipping me about, you have less problems on the backside that sneak up, right? And you're able to maintain a very stable, grounded energy as well. Tend to the small things. You may have things that you need to tend to right now as you listening to this message. Spirit is saying tend to them. Go do it right now. Don't wait. Okay? Because there's something about making sure that those are done and out of the way that's going to help you to keep moving forward. Okay? You have to tend to those small things, Saggy, whatever that is, whatever's coming to your mind right now. That's what Spirit is talking about. We have the vulture spirit. The vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. Everything is purposeful. When I think of a vulture, I think of a animal that Spirit may be also in this. I'm hearing, be careful. You may have people around just waiting. And the vultures are very big animals, but they're lazy. Vultures can do what any other bird can do. They can go and hunt, and they can go and stalk and prey just like any other bird, but instead they choose to wait around for animals to die so that they can come and pick off the dead animal's bones. Instead of going and hunting alive, they choose to wait around. And so I also, on top of this message, Spirit is saying, be careful of vultures, Sagittarius. Because there are those that might be around you just kind of waiting to pick off. Yeah, they're waiting. to come behind and, gather up in some type of way. They're waiting, they're circling around, waiting on something to die so that they can zoom in and feast. So be careful, okay? First of all, that's the message I'm getting. Secondly, nothing is wasted. Everything is purposeful, and it comes in as a 9. Those things that actually um, even carry us to a moment where we feel like we have no more use for it, there's use for it. It's carrying us to the next part of our journey. The next number is the 10, which is an ending, right? The 9 brings us to a place where we can resolve old things that's no longer needed for where we're about to go. But understand, even though we may no longer need it, that was useful. There was something very useful about that. So don't discard it or make it any less important. That was useful as well, is what Spirit is saying. And lastly, the peacock. Let your light shine. Don't hold back. Stretch your stuff. Hold your head high. Fan your tail, Saggy, and do your thing. Okay? Let your light shine. I feel like for someone, this is part of you heading into this next part of your journey successful, is you showing up in your authentic self, in all your weaknesses, in all your strengths, and all your joys, and all your pains, and all your successes, and all your failures, like the brightest light in the room, right? In all that you are, let your light shine. Okay, there are no mistakes about you, honey. You are made on purpose, every part of you. And so be confident in that. And, if there's things to work on them, but be confident in it. Okay, you are you, and nobody else can be you. As hard as they try, they will never be you. Okay, and so that is my message for you, Saggy, as you move forward into this next energy as it pertains to success and victory. This is what Spirit wanted you to know right now. This is all about you, Saggy, and only you. Okay, so wear it well, my dears. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, you can go ahead and hit the bell so you'll be notified. I'll see you next time, Saggy. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're encouraged. All right. Bye-bye.